Hello everyone, this is Karin and thank you for joining me on this unboxing and first impression video for these. I'm going to apologize if you hear any sounds, but I'm at my parents' house and they're doing their stuff, whatever it is they do. And this is my first time using liquid watercolors. This is what these are. And I've also never heard of this brand, but I've discovered that they have a marker line, and mostly they're famous for that. But since I've never used liquid watercolors, and well, PH Martins are too expensive here in Italy, like for a box of 6 you have to pay like 40 euros, which is insane. And everyone has eco lines, so yeah, I wanted to try something a little bit different. So they have a lot of collections, and they come in packages of 6 colors each 6 bottles of 50 milliliters, and they're supposed to have also 3 brushes and some eyedroppers, pipettes, you know, something to suck up the color and release it somewhere else. Alright, so this is the box, and here they show you some effects you can get with them, and I'm hoping there is some tutorial or something, because yeah, I need people to explain to me what's happening. So intense concentrated liquid water paints, which can be mixed, alright, used to resist work. I don't know what a resist work is. They're used to resist work, like to procrastinate. Alright. Yeah, I really should have brought some scissors. Well, this is only making it more authentic. Alright. Seriously? Okay, anyway. Maybe from this side it's better. Alright, this is starting to get really frustrating. Okay. Yes. Finally. Alright. And since they were cheap on Amazon, I've also bought some more pipettes, because I didn't check it properly, and so I was convinced that they were not inside. Okay. Alright, so here it's what's inside. So I was on the other side of the rock. Okay, so information and safety booklet. Oh yeah, example techniques. Yes, they do explain what you can do with them. Okay, stamp and blend in a cling film. Oh, the salt one I'm going to try. Well, not in this tutorial, but sometime I'm going to try it. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and these are 3 milliliters pipettes, so 1 for each color. Squeeze. Alright, then you get 3 brushes. Oh fuck. Okay, sorry. Alright, all rounds. This one looks like something bad happened to its bristles, but I'll put put them in some water and see what they can do. So a 10, a 6 and an 8. Alright. I don't know, this looks a bit small for 10. Oh, no problem. So, these are the what they look like. So 50 milliliters, and they look pretty transparent. I know that the bottle is dark, but they look very transparent. So in this box, which is the perfectly primary. Alright, not going to question it. I have 2 blues, 2 reds and 2 yellows. Well, yellow, this one is not going to be yellow, it's like an acid green, but okay. So what you can do with this palette is, well, this palette is plastic, you can use it as a palette, but for this purpose I purchased something more interesting, which is a Mojito High Stray. Yeah, this is my mother talking, sorry about that. Which has these little wells that I can use to dilute the colors. So I'm probably going to squeeze a certain amount in each, and then do some mixes and some watered down versions, and I will write the ratio of each one that I will swatch somewhere here in post-production, and then I will try and use them and see how they work. Okay, so let's see when I have done my potions, and yeah, I'm really impatient to try them. See you in the second part of the video. Okay, so my nephew woke up and there was a lot of noise, so I have to dub over. I am really sorry about that. Okay, so here I prepared the grid, and this is the ice tray where I mixed all the watercolors, and I did not realize that they were so pigmented, so I might have gone a bit overboard with the amount of paint I put in, and it was like 10 drops of each, and I realized that's a lot. Okay, what you just saw was like a black sediment of some sorts, but it does not influence the paint at all, so I hope it's not mold, but well, we'll see. It doesn't come off. Okay, so you're going to see me gesticulate a lot because I was doing this while I was explaining, and yeah, it didn't exactly work out that way, so it might look a little bit odd. Alright, so this column is going to be the pure pigments, and yes, and the brush is losing its bristles. Yeah, the brushes are not really good, so I would not use them again. And since the paints were still wet, I went on to the diluted versions, and this the row is like 50% water and 50% pigment, but they're still very pigmented, so yeah, I have to say that I really love them, even though you kind of need to add a lot of water if you want to water them down. Okay, so what I'm doing now is, since I'm still waiting for things to dry, I've started the mixes, and yeah, here I'm trying to, guess what is what, And I have to say that the browns that you get with the green are really good. I have to say that the warm brown is really lovely, and mixing the pure pigments gives you a lot of earth tones, which I did not expect. I was expecting a couple more strange colors or alien colors, like, but they were pretty, well, not organic looking, but they're very natural oriented. So yeah, they're going to be. I'm probably going to use them for some I don't know, landscape or nature subject. Okay, so here you can see the other pigments, and these are all the pure ones, and on the row the diluted versions. And I have to say that I was a little bit disappointed that there was no actual yellow, but I later on discovered that if you dilute the second one, the one that looks orangey yellow ochre, if you add a lot of water, here you can see it, it's actually yellow, so you can get a yellow if you dilute it. And this is why it's important to make a color chart, especially because when I squeezed them out they were all like black, and I could not distinguish any shade at all. So what I learned from this this particular exercise that I never tried before is that concentrated pigments need a lot of water to have light colors. I did not expect them to be to need that much water. And now I'm going, well, I called it a blackout challenge because I wasn't looking at the chart, I was only going by feeling and what I remembered about the palette, so odd colors here and there, and also trying to see how they blend into each other. I did not have a plate to mix the various shades, but one thing that I need to say is that this color they respond very beautifully to water. They bloom a lot, especially wet on wet. It runs really beautifully, and the colors do tend to invade one another, as you will later see with the black cloud. And so yeah, it can give some nice effects, but yeah, you should keep it into account if you don't want to things to mix on your paper. So all in all, they were a nice addition to my collection, and yeah, I need to use them a little bit more because I'm not used to having to add so much water to these pigments. But it was a nice exercise and I really liked it. So thank you for being with me for this first impression video.